News at 7, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Ruth Aguele. President Muhammadu Buhari promises people of Kwara and Ogun states more federal government's presence if re-elected for second term. Vice President Yemi Oshibajo rounds off house-to-house campaign in Ikorodu and Ekpe Aziz of Lagos State. As 2019 general elections draw closer, the Department of State Security Services promises provision of adequate security. Now the news and details. With few days to the presidential election, the All Progressives Congress presidential campaign is rounding off its campaign with visit to Kwara and Ogun states. President Muhammadu Buhari in Ilorin says his emphasis on the three cardinal agenda of his administration is born out of his total commitment and desire to build a just and egalitarian Nigeria. Salihu Abdullahi monitored the rally and now reports.
Supporters from across the 16 local government areas in Kwara State converged on the Ilorin Metropolitan Square to show solidarity for the APC and its presidential candidate, President Muhammadu Buhari. Party stalwarts commended the show of support, describing it as a practical demonstration of their resolve to key into the APC change mantra for sustainable democratic practices.
We have traveled all the country. We have seen the people. They want Buhari to continue with what he has started. So those who are saying Nigeria will have problems, it is their own problem. Nigeria will witness sustainable democracy. This is the celebration of your freedom. This is the celebration of the falling of the Berlin Wall.
Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, give reasons why the people should vote APC.
Today, 9,886 homes in Kwara State are benefiting from the conditional cash transfer, which gives 5,000 naira every month to the most vulnerable people. Tell them that 12,963 in Kwara State alone have benefited from market money and 36,000 have benefited from trader money.
President Muhammadu Buhari assured the people that taking Nigeria to its past glory, where priority is given to ordinary citizens, drive his agenda.
I am very pleased with the performance of Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, because I listened to what he read to you on what this administration is doing in respect to Kwara State. I assure you that the undertaking we made in 2015 of the three fundamental issues this party believes in: security, economy, and fighting corruption.
The campaign train proceeded to Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, where the people have been encouraged to come out en masse and vote for the re-election of President Muhammadu Buhari. Party stalwarts enumerated ongoing infrastructural development as achievements that need to be consolidated in the interest of national development.
The primary purpose of today's event to solicit support of the great people of Ogun State for our presidential candidate, who is the city president, President Muhammadu Buhari. My second responsibility this afternoon is to present the APC governorship candidate, Prince Dapo Abiodun.
Ogun State is President Muhammadu Buhari's state. All of us in Ogun State, we have accepted President Muhammadu Buhari as our father.
President Muhammadu Buhari reaffirmed his resolve to sustain efforts that will promote the enabling environment for peaceful conduct in the electioneering period.
Wherever I go, I try to update the members of the public and Nigerians generally on our performances in the last 3.5 years, we have now achieved food security. Lagos and Ogun states, Kebbi, Ebonyi, Jigawa are among the states that have done or are doing very well in growing rice.
Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Emir of Ilorin, Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, has expressed formal support for the Next Level movement being spearheaded by President Muhammadu Buhari so that Nigeria's infrastructural development drive can be sustained for national prosperity. The Emir made his position while leading paramount rulers in the state to receive President Muhammadu Buhari on a courtesy visit to his palace. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the report.
Kwara, regarded as the state of harmony, is one place in Nigeria where for long godfatherism holds sway, dictating its politics, dominating its socio-economic affairs, and determining who gets what, where and when. As a result, the state, many believed, remains perpetually underdeveloped, with the people being not only hopeless and helpless, but also hapless. As President Muhammadu Buhari comes calling, hopes are now high that the political equation in the state will be finally altered through the broom revolution, as chants of Otogi, meaning enough is enough, become the order of the day. A further confirmation of the loyalty, support and allegiance of the people to the governing APC came to light when President Muhammadu Buhari, accompanied by Information Minister Lai Muhammad, visited the palace of the Emir of Ilorin as a mark of respect for traditional institutions. The Emir, Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, not only congratulated the President for executing his mandate in a peaceful manner, but also impacting positively on the lives of the people.
Even the election is just about a week. There is peace, there is tranquility, there is no bloodshed, there is no disruption of properties. That by itself is an achievement.
Left to be done, he said, is for President Buhari to take Nigeria to the next level and prayed Allah to guide him aright so that maximum successes can be achieved in his endeavors, including the re-election bid. President Muhammadu Buhari described as pleasing the show of support and appreciation by the Emir and the people of Kwara, promising to remain firm in the task of securing the country, transforming the economy, as well as safeguarding public assets for the benefit of all.
I assure Your Highness that in the question of accountability, I will not give up. As long as I remain here, I will make sure that all those who are trusted with public trust, they keep it according to the law. And those who don't will certainly regret it. I'm very pleased. People are understanding this administration and they are supporting us. And I assure Your Highness that we will continue to do our best for our country and for our people.
The high-level engagements between President Muhammadu Buhari and the paramount rulers continues as he crisscrosses the country to garner support for his re-election. From Ilorin, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
And in another development, League of Imams and Alfas in the Southwest have endorsed President Muhammadu Buhari for re-election in Saturday's presidential poll. The endorsement was at a town hall meeting organized by the APC Presidential Campaign Council and held in Ibadan. Lukman Hassan has the details.
The clerics who identified that President Muhammadu Buhari had contributed towards the development of Nigeria affirmed that his re-election will enable him consolidate on his achievements recorded so far. Program identified as giant strides of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration in the Southwest include road construction, fight against corruption, and provision of funds to market men and women.
With this man, Nigeria has future.
He's a pious man, a man of integrity. So we don't want those who have looted our treasures to come back to power.
Members of the campaign train said if President Buhari is elected this Saturday, it means more infrastructure development, more jobs, enhanced agriculture, among others, will be taken to the next level.
Development across the country. Rail line now is working. Workers are not retrenched. President gave bail out to other states to pay salary within the little resources that he has.
Ogun, Osun, Ondo, and Ekiti, they all agree together. They are all imam. Because of the integrity of these persons, they said he should continue with the good work that he's doing.
The clerics offered prayers for the success of the forthcoming general elections and victory of All Progressive Congress presidential candidate President Muhammadu Buhari due to his contributions to the development of Nigeria. In Ibadan, Lukman Hassan, NTA News.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo rounds of house-to-house campaign in Ikorodu and Ekpe Ases of Lagos State. The Vice President advised the people not to sell their votes and urged them to vote massively for President Muhammadu Buhari and other candidates of the APC. Governor Akinwumi of Lagos State and Abike Dabiri, Senior Special Assistant to the President, were among top APC chieftains that joined in the campaign. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
It is another act that touches the heart. Here at the Tailewa area of Ikorodu, the Vice President arrives at the homes of the Arillos. At Berekojo area of Ekwe live the Adeleke Panyins. The Vice President visits and interacts with the members of the household. Both the Arillos and the Adelekes represent the class the federal government, with its social investment programs, says it is determined to take out of poverty level. And this is the message Vice President Yemi Osinbajo brings, giving them hope of a greater future.
Coming down to this level, we want to believe that we have Vice President that have us in mind.
Vice President Osinbajo, earlier on arrival, paid homage to the Obas in council, led by the Anyogbuni of Ikorodu, Oba Abdulkadir Adewale Shotobi. The monarchs commended government for the fight against corruption and improvement of the lives of Nigerians.
We are going to the next level, and Ikorodu is going to benefit from this.
Thereafter, the Vice President proceeds to address the crowd, made up of market women and men, artisans and Empower volunteers. Government, he says, has made plans to make available more funds to boost trade and commerce and to assist would-be entrepreneurs. Vice President Osinbajo also addresses the Arewa community in Sabo area in Ikorodu. At Ekpe, hometown of the state governor, both jointly addressed the crowd, calling on the people to come out and vote overwhelmingly for the APC candidates at all levels. The Vice President was also in the palace of the Elekpe of Ekpe, Oba Kamarudin Ishola Animashan. In Lagos, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
You're watching the news on NTA International, reaching you live from Abuja. Stay tuned for more news after the break.
The UN compound houses about 400 employees.
The Nigerian capital Abuja is still reeling from Monday morning's rush hour bomb.
If the group did carry out the attack, it would be one of its worst.
2 suicide bombings in Nigeria. One targeted a convoy carrying Nigeria's main opposition leader.
Gun attack on the central mosque in North Nigeria's biggest city, Kano.
Over 1 trillion naira housing investment in just 3 years. Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing is sinking over 100 billion naira. Family Home Fund is investing over 500 billion naira. Federal Mortgage Bank Limited has invested billions of naira on housing finance. Federal Housing Authority is also spending billions of naira to house Nigerians. With a population of over 180 million Nigerians, housing development never got the desired attention until this time of President Muhammadu Buhari. While shanties and dilapidated buildings characterized Nigerian landscape in the past, the Buhari's government now is sinking billions of naira for inclusive housing for all Nigerians. For 16 years, the Federal Housing Authority had no single finance from the federal government, but within 3 years of President Buhari, the Federal Housing Authority is back on site, building houses for Nigerians. Supporting Mr. President is a support for more houses to Nigerians. Let's ensure continuity. Let's vote for the man who is doing it.
The Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, under the Executive National President, Comrade Osakpo Erio, invites all Nigerians to the formal launch of the first phase of 300 Mass Transit Support Scheme to be performed by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. Father of the day, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Chairman of the occasion, Comrade Adams Oshomole, National Chairman APC, host Muhammad Musa Bello, Minister, Federal Capital Territory. Special guest of the day, Senator Chris Ngige, Minister of Labour and Employment. Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation. Boboye Oyeyemi, Kormasha, FRSC. Muhammad Adamu, Acting Inspector General of Police. Omiwale Kamarudin Okpeyemi, MD CEO, Beamfest Multi Ventures Limited. Announcer.
Thank you for staying with us. Nigerians have been reassured of enhanced security of lives and property, as well as improved healthcare service delivery if President Muhammadu Buhari is re-elected for the second term. The wife of the president, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, gave the assurance in a message when the Women and Youth's presidential campaign team visited the palace of Gomo of Kuje, Haruna Tanko Jibril. State House correspondent Aliyu Kabir reports.
The Women and Youth presidential campaign team, led by the representative of the wife of the president, Dr. Hajosani, paid a visit to the palace of Gomo of Kuje and traditional ruler of the area, Haruna Tanko. Presenting the message of the wife of the president to the ruler and his people, Dr. Sani assured them of President Buhari's commitment of consolidating on the achievements of the APC-led administration, especially in security, infrastructure, health, education, as well as women and youth empowerment. Other speakers followed suit in sending similar messages.
We know that even in the good book, somebody was sent to part way for the Messiah. And we pray and keep praying that God should give us the grace for the president to return and continue the beautiful work he's done.
My call to you, to Nigerians, is to come out on the 16th of February to vote for Baba Buhari again.
The house-to-house campaign was something different. It's a new experience entirely.
The Gomo of Kuje promised the team of the continued support of his people towards the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari. The Women and Youth presidential campaign train moved to the palace of Sarakin Karshi Ismail Muhammad. While soliciting his prayers and the support of his people, the team used the opportunity to enlighten the people on the importance of maintaining peace before, during, and after the elections.
We have seen how things have improved tremendously, because since he came, at least in the FCT here and some parts of the north, there have not been cases of these bombings that everybody has seen.
In Abuja, Aliyu Kabir, NTA News.
Supporters of President Muhammadu Buhari in the diaspora have come home to demonstrate their desire for his re-election at a symposium held in Abuja, during which they canvassed support for the president's re-election. Speakers shared similar view that Nigeria's future is assured under the leadership of the president. Salihu Abdullahi reports.
The elderly, youth and women converged here, all believing that the Nigerian project under the leadership of President Buhari beyond 2019 will bring the needed development to Africa's most populous nation. For the organizers, this is the time to highlight the administration's achievements as part of its electioneering campaigns.
Talk to your family, talk to your people, that President Muhammadu Buhari is the only option. He's done a lot for the past over 3 years. That trillions of naira have been saved Through that venture, the federal government under President Buhari has successfully turned around the fortunes of Nigeria. Essentially, we produce what we eat now, and we eat what we produce.
Participants here have been urged to see themselves as torchbearers of the president's achievements at the grassroots and ensure peaceful conduct before, during, and after the polls. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Well, that's the much we can take for the news at this time. We're joining a live broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Our Lord Jesus Christ told the apostles, pray and fast with me, our salvation may come. We have prayed, we have fasted, and have come tonight to spend our salvation may come. We know that with you all things are possible. We know that without you we can do nothing. We know that your word can remain forever. We know that your word remaineth unchanged. We know that your word remains ever true.